Most UFC fighters will take a loss at some point in their career, but it's all about how you take that loss. Will you be able to react to it humbly and move on, or will you let it sit in your head rent-free for the rest of your career? In this video, we'll be going over 5 times that these fighters could not accept their loss. Coming in at number 5, we have Aljamain Sterling. At UFC 292, Aljamain versus Sean O'Malley. The game plan for Sean O'Malley was simple. Do not let him get a hold of you. The game plan for Aljo was to take his back like he does to everyone else. Unfortunately, as he was coming in, Aljo gets clipped, resulting in a TKO finish. Aljo did give respect on the night, but all the excuses he had afterwards is why he's on the list.
To convince me of why it was a good idea, even after I told him, I was like, dude, I could barely walk.
Aljo, would you say an immediate rematch is what you would like the most?
That is 100% what I would like the most.
Made a mistake. Guy hit a beautiful counter, put me down. Still think it was an early stoppage.
He literally sat on the sideline and got gifted a golden opportunity at an opportunist time.
And so there you can see he had multiple excuses for why he lost. And honestly, I like Aljamain. I just wish that he was more humble in the loss to Sean O'Malley and just said he was better on the night. And coming in at number 4, we have the most hated fighter in the UFC, Colby Covington.
No, I'm bringing you to 7th layer. Hell, we'll say what's up to your dad while we're there. Oh!
I'm starting to think that Colby takes more damage from outside of the cage. It's because he's always crossing a line. At UFC 245, Colby Chaos Covington took on the Nigerian Nightmare Kamaru Usman. This was a highly anticipated matchup, and the fight delivered. It was a classic stand and bang slugfest between the two. I actually gained some respect for Colby as he ended up breaking his jaw in the 3rd round, and he continued fighting all the way until the 5th round. Ultimately, he got finished in the 5th round by TKO, and here's every delusional thing that Colby had to say in the aftermath.
It's mine. They're about to wrap the welterweight championship around my waist, and then all of a sudden I slip on a banana peel, and I'm getting hit in the back of the head, and Mark Goddard is seeing this right in front of his face that I'm getting.
Bitch, fake ref, fake fight. Wait till I see you next time. Wait till I see you next time, Marty Fake Newsman. You're dead. You're dead.
Am I? I hope so. You know, I really want that trilogy fight. There's definitely unfinished business there. I mean, every single fan when we walked out of Madison Square Garden in the second fight knew I won that fight.
Colby is a troll and a sore loser, and he will honestly say anything else before he says that he lost that fight fair and square to Kamaru Usman. It's just ridiculous. Coming in at number 3, we have Jamal Hill. Jamal Hill and Alex Pereira were set to take each other on at UFC 300, essentially saving the UFC 300 main event. Jamal Hill was extremely motivated to prove a point to the fans that Alex was not on his level. He specifically said that he wanted to beat Poatan standing. He wanted to knock him out. I think Jamal came into this fight super confident, but that also worked against him in this fight. Jamal Hill would end up getting TKO'd in the 1st round. He got hit with a left hook, and then Alex Pereira followed up with some hammer fists. Now, this wouldn't be without some controversy. As you can see, as he's landing that left hook, you can see that he's stepping on Jamal Hill's foot.
When Jamal lands the kick, he touches him, and then he makes, look at the distance he closes.
Yeah, oh yeah, look how close right there, yeah. Look how close he is.
Alex is the better striker between the two, and it was a matter of time until Jamal Hill was going to get clipped. But he does make a good point with that brief stoppage in that little weird situation. But it's kind of like you beat that point into the ground. How long are you going to cry about that? And then he makes a statement where he's like, I don't like to make excuses. And then he goes and makes an excuse about his Achilles injury. If you're not ready to fight, then don't fight. All in all, he's on the list because of the frequency with the excuses. I felt like I was hearing a new sorry excuse from him every week. Coming in at number 2 on the list is Dominick Cruz. At UFC 249, Henry Cejudo went head-to-head with Dominick Cruz. In the 2nd round, Henry would catch Dominick Cruz with a vicious knee up the middle. Henry then swoops in, grabbing Dominick's right arm while he's landing big shots on the other side, earning him a stoppage via TKO. Dominick did not like this stoppage. He wanted to blame somebody, and it was not going to be himself.
You're trying to get up.
I'm up.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to. I'm up, and there's 1 second left on the clock. And all nonsense, Keith Peterson.
Yeah.
It's the only sporting event in the world going on. There's 1 second left on the clock. I'm on my feet. I did my job as a fighter, and he failed as a referee. A complete failure.
Yeah.
Dominick Cruz also insinuated that Keith Peterson was under the influence because he had to restate the rules to him 2 times in the back. He does not accept this loss. He basically chalks it up to the referee robbing him, basically. Dominick hasn't given Cejudo credit for winning this fight. He just 100% blames Keith Peterson for the loss entirely. Coming in at number 1 on the list, we have Paulo Costa. At UFC 253, Adesanya would take on Costa for the middleweight title. Paulo showing up with a black belt is hilarious because everybody knows he's a striker first and he's not going to do any grappling. He actually should have tried some grappling in this fight because he was completely outclassed on the feet. Being outclassed, he ended up getting finished by TKO in the second round. Instead of saying I'm going to get better from here and work my way back to the title, this is what Paulo had to say.
You know, everybody knows about the wine stuff. I was pretty much drunk, so I don't count that. But
know, and you know, I'm waiting for you. Something happened before the fight. I'm not excuse here to my people, my fans, but I will be 100% to fight him and to make him pay.
Because I don't want to take credit for him, but man, I was no sleep.
All Paulo had to say was, I'm going to go back to the drawing board and get better. Instead, he says he doesn't want to take credit away from Adesanya while simultaneously saying, I was drunk, I had no sleep, and something else happened before the fight. That's it for 5 UFC fighters who couldn't accept their loss. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe.